release that he can't get to.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Playing a little bit of a shootout here in the background, but I mainly want to talk about the Brad Marchand hit that happened a couple days ago on Devils player Marcus Johansson, and it ended up resulting in a 5-game suspension on Brad Marchand from the NHL. I do want to say real quick that I have no personal motive against Brad Marchand. I'm not out here trying to get him and attack him, and you know, that's exactly what Bruins fans are going to assume with this video and everything, is I just absolutely hate Brad Marchand. Really, he's never done anything in my Blue Jackets, so I don't have a completely big problem with him, but I mean, just trying to look at it from a straightforward standpoint here, you slow this replay down, and I tried to slow it down as much as possible. I rewatched it. I swear I rewatched this thing like 30 times trying to make sure, you know, before I said anything about it, I got a clear-headed look at everything that possibly happened. And I continued to try to find a reason to why the elbow is extended. Was there a reason that you could extend that elbow and make a justifiable argument as Brad Marchand, as a Bruins fan, whatever, to why he did it? And there just wasn't. I couldn't find any. Other than the direct intent to hit Marcus Johansson in the head. I mean, the goalie is in Marchand's path, but the last time I checked, flailing your elbow isn't going to avoid that goalie. So I will say, yes, I think that was a dirty hit. Dirty as it could get right there. Now, if he would have went in there with the shoulder, you know what, that would have been an interesting one. He could have went in with the shoulder and, you know, shoulder to helmet, and maybe they'd make an excuse. Maybe he'd get 1 or 2 games. Maybe he doesn't get any games. But the fact that you extend your elbow, like, that takes some effort. Extend your elbow. Go take your arm right now, put it by your side, and then lift it straight up to your right. Like, that's not something you accidentally do. Now, I know you're going to say, well, hockey players do that when there's guys beside them rubbing up on them, whatever. Well, usually they don't do it to the side of somebody's head. So let's get that clear here real quick. So they gave him a 5-game suspension, which is apparently the most you're allowed if you go to an NHL in a hearing. The most you're allowed is a 5-game suspension, which comes out to be 6% of the season, which comes out to be a joke. This is his 6th suspension in the NHL. He's had a 5-gamer before. When do you start doing something over here, Bettman? When do you start doing something, NHL? There's no bigger time than the present right now. That concussions are at the center of attention. In every single sport, concussions are such a worrisome thing. And this guy just gave Marcus Johansson the 2nd concussion this season. Not the first one, his 2nd one. Then all you're going to give the guy is 5 games, 6% of the season. That's nothing. That's a couple-week break. That's so he can go take a vacation real quick. That ain't hurting nobody. You see guys do that in the NFL, they're out 25% of the season. You're giving this guy 5 games, at least 10. There shouldn't be anything less than 10, to be honest. I mean, you're a repeat offender. It's one thing you did that one time, you know, oh, here's your fine. 2nd time, oh, here's a couple games. 3rd time, maybe 5. Then, oh, wait, we're at 6. I didn't even get to 6. I'm at 4 and I'm already thinking we should be at 10. We're at 6. This is a 6th suspension for a dirty play. The guy's slew-footing players. I mean, I get it. I mean, I get the argument here if you're a Bruins and you're like, well, Crosby could do it every once and doesn't get suspension, but Crosby could get away with murder and they'd say he's innocent. So this is different though. Besides that, like, legitimately, they're going to let this guy play in the All-Star game. Now let me ask you something. Can Johansson play in the All-Star game? If he got voted in, or if he was good enough, could he play in the All-Star game? No. You know why? Because he's concussed. I will forever be a believer. I don't care if it's 10 games or whatever, especially if you're a repeat offender. That guy shouldn't be allowed on the ice until the player that comes back from the concussion is allowed on the ice. If he's going to miss 3 or 4 weeks, if he's going to miss 25 games because of a dirty hit you laid on him, you don't deserve to play. I mean, I get it. Hockey's supposed to be a violent sport. There's a lot of hits. But you know what? There's a big difference when there's a guy who's got his head looking down, holding a puck, and you go up and make a big hit on him. That's his fault for not looking. Or you check a guy on the boards. But this guy literally, with the intent, seen him coming in and lifted his elbow up to hit him. It's no different than slew-footing a guy. You don't accidentally slew-foot a guy. I'm sorry to tell you, how come Brad Marchand's the only guy I think of that slew-foots people every season? I mean, he hasn't done it this year, but you don't see other people do that by accident. You don't accidentally do stuff like that. Brad Marchand does it with the intent of hurting somebody. I don't get why you deserve to play. I mean, heck, I didn't even know it was only 5 games. I go out there crunching guys every day if that's all you can get is 5 games. I don't think you should be allowed in the All-Star game, honestly. Send a message, NHL. Like, you're slapping the guy in the wrist multiple times. 6 times. How do you slap a guy in the wrist 6 straight times? That's a lot of suspensions. That doesn't include other questionable hits I'm sure he's had in his career. I don't agree with it. I don't like it at all. That's my opinion of it. I think he deserved more than that. Like I said, I don't have a problem with Brad Marchand. It sounded like I did that entire video. I know. I'm just saying from in a general standpoint, I couldn't even remember half his other hits. I remember Slewfoot. I know they gave him a 5er for that 2012 hit, but I don't even remember what happened to that hit. I didn't even look at it. It's just like, in general speaking, you think about it, the NHL's got to do something about their suspension policy or whatever. It's a joke. Otherwise, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.